Former Sydney Rugby League player Johnny Farragher, one of the saddest stories in sport. But today, a story with a lot brighter note to it, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll say, Mike, Johnny Farragher's been one of the lucky ones, you know. He became quadriplegic after that scrum collapse at Henson Park back in '78. But John was surrounded by a loving family, a devoted circle of friends, and his rehabilitation has been made complete just in recent months with a new friend, a canine friend, and certainly the old adage has been borne out here that dog is a man's best friend. John Farragher's spirits are always higher on a warm, sunny day. Like most quadriplegics, he feels the cold weather intensely, and every sunny day during the winter months is a real bonus. When he's not working as a doorman at the Penrith Lees Club, he seizes the opportunity to get outdoors and spend time with his latest ray of sunshine, a little greyhound bitch he calls Gretel. Right now, John's pretty much at peace with his lot in life, and the memory of that fateful day 7 years ago is pushed away into a corner of his mind. May 28th, 1978, saw John Farragher playing his 7th first-grade game for Penrith just 2 weeks after his 21st birthday. He was playing prop forward on the blind side of the scrum in a match against Newtown at Henson Park. The inevitable scrum collapse, and the crowd waits anxiously for all players to get to their feet. John Farragher didn't.
I was never in any pain. It's just, it felt like a battery going flat very quickly, and I knew straight away that something was bad desperately because I couldn't feel anything, and I was fairly upset at the time, and I feel my teammates were upset too because they didn't know what was going on. It's just one of those freakish things.
What was the toughest part of the readjustment?
I think the hardest part with being in a position like this is being 100% dependent on people for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it.
Well, what about all your friends, John, you know, old friends that would come to see you in the wheelchair for the first time? You'd be worrying more about their reaction than they would have been about yours, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Did you detect a discomfort, an uneasiness?
Yes, that's one thing. Like a lot of your friends, they don't know what they're going to say to you. They don't. A lot of my friends from out in the country, you can sort of go back there, and when I went back the first couple of times, you could see them hanging back a little bit. They'd feel very uncomfortable. And the first thing you've got to say to that sort of thing is sort of call them by the nickname or swear at them in a way, sort of make them feel at ease with you. And once they feel that you're still the same person,
sure,
they adjust all right, yeah.
John, when you're watching a 6'2" prop forward playing on the tight head side of the scrum these days, do you ever think to yourself, this bloke better be careful, it could happen to him?
Always, like, I watch the scrums a hell of a lot now, and that's the only thing. Watching the scrums fall down, it scares me. That's the only thing I don't like going to rugby league. I see a scrum falling down because the only thing I don't want to go to a rugby league game and see someone injured. I don't want to see someone injured the same way as me, because I was there at a game one day when another Sydney footballer was injured, and he was down, and they called for the neck brace, and it scared me a hell of a lot. The only thing I wanted to do was get out of the road, you know. I didn't want to see the player see me. It sort of scares me. And like, for them to think that they can't walk, I think it'd be very terrifying.
Ready and racing, fast gambler Ellen Grove Girl won the break well away, Sophistication over on the...
After a couple of unsuccessful stints as a greyhound owner, John has cracked it in a big way. He's the proud owner of a little flying machine called Sophistication, the winner of 8 races from 15 starts, including the National Futurity Final at Wentworth Park.
Long break to River Haven, they were followed by Bubble Bale, Brave Gambler and Fast Gambler, but near the bend, and Sophistication has zipped away from Ellen Grove Girl and La Camargo, and Sophistication's going to lead all the way. Sophistication scores in the Futurity by 2 lengths.
Sophistication is prepared at Londonderry to the west of Sydney by John's close friends Jim and Christine Coleman. Jim's been a top greyhound trainer for many years now and has put the polish on such notable performers as General Jeff, He's Some Boy, Anguilla Lad and Odious. He has a private 400-metre trial track and has developed a rather ingenious lure. He controls the speed by turning the handle of a century-old horse clipper machine which winds in a length of fishing line. Attached to that is a decoy of fox hide and rag. John Farragher watches closely as little Gretel streaks down the straight, and it's not hard to detect the pleasure she gives him.
She's just such a marvellous little dog. gives me a hell of a lot of interest.
She's an affectionate little thing. Do you find you just like to give her a pat and...
Yeah, she comes up, she sort of comes up and puts her hand on the head on my lap and then sort of give her a pat. But they're a very affectionate dog, the old Greyhound.
Yeah. On days when John Farragher's feeling sorry for John Farragher, what happens?
The worst part about being in a position like this, with the frustration, if you can't go out places, you tend to take it out in the closest people to you, your families and whatnot.
Which in your case is Mum and Dad?
Yeah, you know, if I'm having a bad day, you can't get up or something. Like we tend to have days in bed where we can't get up, you know, like your skin might be red on the backside or something like that. I tend to want to get me a drink. I have to drink quite a bit of fluid and then sort of sit around and sort of watch television by myself, and with time I come around.
Do you think much about the future, or do you take it day by day?
I just want to get out and enjoy myself now. No good looking 5-10 years' time. I don't look at it. Just get to enjoy myself now, because you don't know what's going to happen. There's a few scary things in the world today, isn't there?
How right he is.